नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनि इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी। निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय। राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय राधा रस बिहारी राधा रस बिहारी राधे जय राधा रस बिहारी राधा रस बिहारी राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल बोलो शिल प्रभुपाद की जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavatim Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naisthiki. Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So we have discussed till 7.7. So we'll start from 7.8. Chapter number 7, sloka number 8. So we'll recite first 5 slokas, then we'll do Mangal Charan and then we'll start. 7.7 Mattah parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. 7.8 Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayo pranavah sarva vedesu sabda khe paurusham nishu. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic Mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. 7.9 Punyo gandha pithivyam cha tejas chasmi vibhavaso jivanam sarva bhutesu tapaschasmi tapasvishu. I am the original fragrance of the earth and I am the heated fire. I am the life of all that lives and I am the penances of all ascetics. 7.10 Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatamasmi tejas tejasvinamaham. O son of Pritha, know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, the prowess of all powerful men. 7.11 Balam balvatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma viruddho bhyutesu kamosmi bharatarsabha. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life, which is not contrary to religious principles, O Lord of the Bharatas. Arjuna. 7.12 Ye chaiva sattvika bhava rajasastamasascha ye matta eveti tan vidhi natva aham tesu te mayi. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they, on the contrary, are within me. 7.13 Tribhirgunamayair bhavair ebhih sarvam idam jagat mohitam nabhijanati mamebhyah param avyayam. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Sri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Desatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Virinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Welcome again in Bhagavad Gita class. So last time we have seen the 7.7, that is Mattah Partaram Nanyat Kinchid Asti Dhananjaya Mai Sarvam Idam Protam Sutre Manigana Iva. So Lord Krishna is giving instruction to Arjuna that, O Arjuna, that is, no, there is no truth superior to me. So Lord Krishna is saying that I am the absolute truth. I am the highest truth. No truth is above me. That is Mattah Partaram Nanyad Kinchid Asti. O Dhananjaya, Mai Sarvam Idam Protam. So like we have seen in Mala or in anything, like all the beads are there. So like God is like that thread. God is managing everything. Okay. So impersonalist argues based on some Svetas Vadar Upanishad. Their argument is the absolute truth has no material form based on the word arupam. Arupam indicates no material form but a transcendental form of eternity. Of course, arupam indicates no material form, but it is a transcendental form, bliss and knowledge as substantiated by reference below. That is Ishvara Paramah Krishna. So in Brahma Samhita 5.1 it is said Ishvara Paramah Krishna. So Krishna is supreme. Okay. So that is all about in 7.7 we have seen. So we will see 7.8 where it is explained Krishna is the essence and cause of everything. Krishna is the cause of causes. Krishna manifests everything. Everything manifests from Krishna. Krishna is the reservoir of entire energy, and with this energy he runs the entire universe. Krishna is the taste of water, light of sun and moon, Om of Vedic Mantras, sound of ether, ability of man. Okay, so we'll read first sloka 7.8. Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayoh pranavah sarva vedesu sabdah khe parusham nishu. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water. Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna that I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. Okay, so whatever is the essence, that is Krishna. And Krishna is the cause of causes. For example, if I say taste of water, so taste is the active principle of water. Example, no one likes sea water. Okay, if you are given sea water to drink, would you like? No one likes sea water. Why? Because it is salty. There is no taste. We don't want salty taste. Because there is a taste in water. We drink many times water, but we never realize that there is a taste. But if you give sea water, you will realize immediately that this is the sea water, this is salty, I cannot, there is a salt, I cannot drink it. But when you are given a good water, tasty water, we never remember Krishna. So the Krishna is providing us everything and we are just enjoying it without offering it to Krishna, without remembering to Krishna. We are not chanting mantra, we are not remembering Krishna. So this is the forgetfulness of this ignorance word. That is the basic cause of disastrous life. So attraction of water depends on purity of water. If you are given a water, dirty water, just looking at the water only, you would not like to eat. Okay, so that is the essence of water. No one likes salty water. No one likes dirty water. Pure taste is one of the energy of the Lord. If the water is tasty, attractive, it is good to drink, you feel nice to have it, then that is the energy of the Lord. The impersonalists perceive the Lord as the taste, whereas the personalists glorify Lord for supplying water. So those who are devotees, they thanks Krishna, oh Krishna, you have given us water to drink. And those who are impersonalists, they remember the Lord, perceive the Lord as the taste. Okay, Okay, so that is the difference between devotees. Devotees are greatest bhakta. They are at top level, and everyone comes under them. So devotees are more close to Lord Krishna. Krishna is light of sun and moon. Okay, if sun doesn't give light, we don't like sun. We will not like sun, though sun is not giving light. It is dark everywhere. So we realize when sun is giving light, we can see that this is the daytime. In the night time, moon gives light. So sun's light is heat, gives us heat, and moon's light gives us cold. Sheetal. So we say that Sheetalta comes from moon and heat comes from sunlight. So originally comes from Brahma Jyoti. From where these light of sun and moon comes? These lights of sun and moon comes from Brahma Jyoti. That Brahma Jyoti is impersonal effulgence. Okay, so sun and moon has got light, but this light comes from Krishna only, because this Brahma Jyoti belongs to Krishna. Then third, Om of Vedic Mantras. Any mantra, if you take, starts from Om. Gayatri mantra, Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. So all mantras, all the name of demigods starts from Om. It means what? Krishna is the beginning of everyone. Everything. Beginning of the universe, beginning of the living entities, beginning of the non-living entities, beginning of spiritual energy, beginning of material energy. So Krishna is the beginning of everything. Krishna is the beginning of every mantra. Om, as Om. So Om is Krishna. So impersonalists prefer to vibrate Omkar because they are very much afraid of addressing Krishna by his innumerable names. So everyone wants to take name Om. It is good, because Krishna has got many forms, many names, so they don't want to take the names of Krishna. So they vibrate Omkar because they are very much afraid of addressing Krishna by his innumerable names. Then Krishna is sound of ether. In Akash, in ether, there is a sound. That sound is Krishna. If Krishna is not there, we cannot speak. If you speak, the other one cannot hear it. So because of Krishna, the sound effect, that sound effect is Krishna. Because of sound effect, we are able to hear Krishna, everyone. And one is very much strong, capable of doing something. So that ability of man is Krishna. So that ability comes from Krishna only. Krishna possesses the 6 opulences. Let it be wealth, strength, power, yogi, renunciation, everything. Everything comes from Krishna. If one becomes a great yogi, should not think that I am the greatest yogi. This renunciation has come from Krishna. This renunciation has come from Krishna's mercy. Krishna is the originator. Krishna possesses the entire reservoir of renunciation. Krishna is the topmost yogi. Krishna is the topmost yogi. No one is above him or equal to him. Urdhvasam. Urdhvana. Urdhvasam means no one is equal and no one is above. So we are all below Krishna. We are all under Krishna. All our activities we should do for Krishna. Okay, so this is the 7.8. Now we will see 7.9. पुण्यो गंधः पृथिव्याम च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसो जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु. Krishna is the essence and cause of everything. So I am the original fragrance of the earth. Krishna is saying, I am the original fragrance of the earth. That gandha of Prithvi is Krishna. Punyo gandha prithvyamacha. I am the heat in fire. Tejas chasmi vibhavaso. I am heat in fire. And I am the life of all that lives. Jivanam sarva bhutesu. I am the life of all living entities. Tapaschasmi tapasvishu. So, I am the penances of all ascetics. Okay? So, I am the fragrance of earth. I am heat of fire, vibhavaso. I am life of all living beings, and I am penance of all ascetics. So, what is the fragrance of earth? Punya refers to uncontaminated, original flavor, smell, taste, which permeates everything. So, Krishna is the original smell, original fragrance of earth. Flavor. So, fragrance refers to flavor, smell, taste. Original. Not the artificial one. Original. So, Krishna is the original fragrance of earth. And then number 2, heat of fire. Vibhavaso. Fire in factories, cooking, digestive fire. Everywhere fire is required. Even our stomach needs fire. Okay, sometimes it happens that someone is not feeling well because of low fire. Indigestion happens. So that indigestion is because of low fire. Means for digestion also we need fire. That fire only digests our food, and because of that we are nourished. Entire body is nourished. So indigestion is due to low temperature in the belly. Then you require medicine, some particular process, some things you have to eat in a proper way. Then that heat is produced properly and your digestion is done properly. Okay, so number 2, heat of fire, that is vibhavaso. Then comes life of all living beings. Krishna is the life of all living beings. Krishna resides as super soul in our heart. So soul and super soul both are residing together in our heart. Like we have seen example of 2 birds sitting on a branch of a tree. One bird is enjoying the fruit and the other bird just keeping a watch on that bird. What he is eating, what he is not eating, and what he is enjoying. Complete watch. Similarly, in our heart, soul and super soul both reside together. The soul represents the bird who is eating, sitting on the branch of a tree, and super soul represents the bird which is watching, keeping a watch on the another bird, represents super soul. So super soul is Krishna. If there is no super soul in our heart, our life will be finished. No more. Okay, so Krishna is life of all living beings. Krishna is penance of all ascetics. Tapaschasmi tapasvishu. So duration of man's life is also due to Krishna. If someone lives for 50 years, someone lives for 20 years, someone lives for 10 years, someone lives for 70, 80 years, 100 years. Someone lives for 1 day, 1 minute, 1 second. There are many lives, they live only for 1 second. They just come, take birth and die. There are lives come for 1 day. There are lives come for 2 days. So this duration of man's life is also because of Krishna. It is the Krishna's mercy that we can live up to 100 years. Okay, if you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if you follow the devotional service, associate with devotees, follow the instructions of scriptures, follow the authorities, Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, you can prolong your life. One can prolong your life. So, duration of man's life is also due to Krishna. By Krishna's grace, one can prolong or diminish. Okay, if you do sin, you are troubling each other, every man, every living entities, then your life will be automatically reduced by Krishna. But if you are doing good thing, you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you are doing prachar for Krishna, you are doing lot of donation, you are doing service of Krishna, you have devoted your entire life to Sri Krishna, you have surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna, your life will be prolonged. Okay, that is given in 7.9. A fragrance of the Krishna is the fragrance of earth, Krishna is heat of fire, Krishna is life of all living beings, and Krishna is penance of all ascetics. Then 7.10 to 11. So Krishna is the essence and cause of everything. We will continue with the Krishna is the essence and cause of everything. 7.10. बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनं बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम्. O son of Pritha, know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the prowess of all powerful men. Then 7.11. Balam balvatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshabha. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life which is not contrary to religious principles, O Lord of the Bharatas, Arjuna. Okay, so in 7.11, 10 and 11. So original, Krishna is the original seed of, Krishna is the original bija of all existence, source of everything, seed of all 8.4 million species. Reference Vedic literatures, Brahman is the source of everything. Krishna is Per Brahman, the supreme spirit. Okay, so Krishna is the supremo of all living entities. He is the controller of every living and non-living entities. Because of his mercy only one gets devotional service. So if you have done, you are involved in devotional service, it means in the previous life you have done good karma. Because of that good karma, you have got to serve unto the lotus feet of Krishna, to serve scriptures, to serve Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Okay? So we all have to remember these things. This is very important. Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. So Krishna is Per Brahman, the supreme spirit. Impersonal Brahman is situated in the personal aspect. Krishna is the original root of all that exists, and thus he is the maintainer for everything. Okay, and Krishna is the intelligence of intelligent. If someone is very intelligent, says I am intelligent, that intelligence comes from Krishna, because Krishna is the most intelligent person. Krishna is the reservoir of intelligence. So if someone does hard work, want to get knowledge, so Krishna provides this from his reservoir. So if you are performing devotional service, Krishna will take care of everything. Prowess of all powerful men. Krishna is the prowess of all powerful men. If someone said I am powerful, that prowess comes from Krishna only. So Krishna is the prowess. So whatever you have, best thing belongs to Krishna. Whatever you have, the reservoir of that belongs to Krishna. So Krishna is the source of everything. Then in 7.11, Krishna says, I am the strength of strong. If someone is very strong or something is very strong, so that strength comes from Krishna only. Devoid of passion and desires, strength should be applied to protect the weak, not for personal aggression. So if you have got strength, you can protect others. Those who are killing others, those who are hitting unnecessarily, those who are creating unnecessary problem for others, there you can use your strength if you are strong. Because that strength comes from Krishna only. So if you are strong, use it for Krishna conscious purpose. Then I am the regulated sex life of religious principles, Dharma. So if it is a regulated sex life, so regulated sex life is done to have Krishna conscious children, to procreate more bhaktas. That is very important. Okay, so that we need to understand. So here Krishna is telling Arjuna that, oh Krishna, I am the original seed, I am the intelligence of intelligent, I am the prowess of all powerful men, I am the strength of strong, devoid of passion and desire. So wherever Krishna is there is no desire, there is no passion. So if you remember Krishna, this unnecessary desire and passion will go away. So it is the mercy of Krishna that you are a devotee and you don't possess desire, unnecessary desire and passion. So you can become passionate for Krishna consciousness. You can desire for Krishna. You can desire to serve Krishna. You can desire to serve devotees. You can go to temple and serve in the many ways. So, regulated sex life of religious principles used for propagation of Krishna conscious children. If it is a regulated sex life, Krishna conscious children will be produced and they will take care of further Krishna consciousness in the future. That is important. Then comes 7.12. In 7.10 there is one thing, Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunamayo Vidadhati Kaman. So he is the prime eternal among all beings, eternals. So if you say eternal, so Krishna is the prime eternal of eternals. He is the supreme living entity of all living entities. And he alone is maintaining all life. So one cannot do anything without intelligence. And Krishna also says that he is the root of all intelligence. He is the reservoir of intelligence. Unless a person is intelligent, he cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. So if you want to understand Krishna, get the intelligence from Krishna and understand Krishna. Okay? So this is how we can say that everything belongs to Krishna. No one can say that I am intelligent, so I could understand who is Krishna. No. That intelligence came from Krishna, from the reservoir of Krishna. So Krishna, looking at your karma, looking at your devotional service, looking at your bhakti, gave you intelligence from his reservoir of intelligence. And it is the mercy of Krishna that you could understand Krishna. Then 7.12. Nirguna. Krishna is the origin of modes, not within modes, and therefore he is Nirguna. Krishna is the origin of modes, three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. He is the origin. But he is independent of all these. So everything, the three modes originating from Krishna, but Krishna is independent from that. That is the beauty of Krishna. That is the property of Krishna. That is the difference between Krishna and ordinary living entities. Soul is eternal and super soul is also eternal. Both are eternal. Both are eternal. But Krishna is independent. Soul can be contaminated, but super soul can never be contaminated. Okay. 7.12. ये चैव सात्विका भावा राजसास्तामसाश्च ये मत्त एवेति तान् विद्धि नात्वा अहं तेषु ते मयि. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. So Krishna is saying all these are manifested by my energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. So Krishna is saying I am everything, but I am independent of everything. How can one say? If the salt dissolves into the water, can you find it? No. Very difficult. If Krishna dissolves in this material world, then also he is independent. Because his consciousness is transcendental. Our consciousness is not transcendental. We easily get contaminated compared to Bhakta. So those who are Bhakta, they are like Krishna, but they are not Krishna. They are not equal or above to Krishna. So Krishna possesses many qualities, whereas we can have some qualities which comes from Krishna. So Krishna, dadami yogam, dadami buddhi yogam. So Krishna gives you buddhi. Because of that buddhi, you can know Krishna. You can understand Krishna. Krishna sends a representative of him to you. Krishna sends Guru, Sadhu, Shastra to you. These are all the mercy of Krishna. If you have got a Guru, it is the mercy of Krishna. If you have got a scripture, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam at home, follow the instruction. It is Krishna only present in the form of scripture. Okay, so we should always follow Guru and Sadhu Shastra. I am not under the modes of material nature. Krishna is saying, oh, I have created everything. I have created these three modes of material nature also, but I am independent of it. I am not under the modes of material nature. So these modes of material nature never touches Krishna. For they, on the contrary, are within me. Okay? It's like king make rules, but king only break rules. They can break the rules. They make rule for the subjects, not for them. Okay? So it is bound to others, but not to king. So all the activities in this material world are conducted by three modes of material nature. So Krishna is telling about over here Nirguna. Nirguna means not affected by three modes of material nature. Satogun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Goodness, passion, ignorance. So Krishna has created these three modes, but Krishna is independent of these. Krishna is never affected by these three modes of material nature. All activities are conducted under these three modes. Whatever activity you do in this material world belongs to these three modes of material nature. I want to get more money. I want to enjoy, I will win. What are these? This is passion. Rajoguna. Tamogun, no one is interested in worship, not worshipping, not following any rules and regulations, just enjoying, living a complete life in ignorance. Tamogun. Goodness, one is reading scriptures, associating, going to temple, associating with devotees, doing some seva in the temple. If one is doing all these things, that is known as goodness, Satogun. Understood? Because whatever you are doing, you are under the three modes of material nature. Your activity belongs to three modes of material nature. Okay? So three modes are emanate from the Supreme Lord, and He is not subordinate to them. So here it is clearly told that these three modes of material nature are dependent on Krishna, but Krishna is not dependent on these three modes of material nature. Example, we have seen that king can make law for subject, but not for him. So Krishna, kings are not subject to state laws. So that is all about 7.12. So we'll see the summary section from verse number 13 to 14. The three modes are controlled by Krishna. So what is the solution? What should we do? What a devotee should do? What a bhakta should do? We should surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. If you surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna, your activities will not belong to these three modes of material nature. And these three modes of material nature are created from Krishna, but Krishna is independent of it. So if you surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna, you will be also independent of these three modes of material nature. So these three modes of material nature are for those who are non-devotees. Although not today non-devotee, tomorrow they can become devotee. But if they understand this thing, that these three modes of material nature are created by Krishna and it doesn't affect Krishna. Krishna is independent of it. So if you surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna, these three modes of material nature will never affect you. That is the summum and bonum of this particular sloka. 13 to 14. Deluded by these three modes, no one knows Krishna, who is above the mode and is inexhaustible. Those who surrender to Krishna, the controller of the modes, will cross beyond the modes to know. So if you surrender unto the mode of Krishna, unto the lotus feet of Krishna, you can easily cross these three modes. But if you don't surrender, your all activities belong to these three modes. You will be entangled, you will be always bewildered. What to do, what not to do. You will be enjoying in the material life in ignorance. And you will enjoy a life of tamogun, ignorance. Then comes text number 13, that is 7.13. Deluded by the modes, people don't know Krishna. If you once entangled in this material world, in ignorance, you will never be able to know Krishna until and unless you do sadhu sangha, associate with devotees, follow the instructions of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. 7.13. Tribhir gunamayer bhavair ebhya sarvam idam jagat mohitam na vijanati mamebhya param avyayam. Deluded by the three modes, that is goodness, passion and ignorance, the whole world does not know me. So Krishna is declaring, if one is deluded by these three modes, can never come to me, can never know me. Who am above the modes and inexhaustible. So Krishna is saying that I am inexhaustible. I am above the three modes. Why? I have created these three modes. Those who are living in ignorance life, they can never understand me. But if they remember me, they can cross easily these three modes of material nature. So who is truly liberated? The one who is established completely in Krishna consciousness, doing devotional service, doing some seva in temple, going temple not every day, at least once in a week, at least once in a fortnight, at least once in a month, at least once in a quarter, at least once in a 6 month, at least once in a year. There are people, they go to temple only Janmashtami. Good. It is good. But we should make habit of going to temple every week, at least once in a week. So we are hankering behind the material life and we are just running to have more things. Okay, so if you find a very good shop, idli, samosa, rasgullas, we just easily attracted to them. But if you find good temple, we never go to that. Why so? If you see very attractive garment, you just go and have it. Forget about the cost. But you never go to temple and donate some amount. So go to temple and donate. These amounts are used for the welfare of deities, devotees, for the maintenance of temple. So Krishna consciousness is transcendental to three modes. Okay, so Krishna consciousness is above these three modes. If you do bhakti, you perform devotional service, you can easily cross beyond these three modes. And if you don't do this, your all activity will belong to these three modes. Goodness, passion, ignorance. Tamogun, Satogun, Rajogun and Tamogun. Avarana Atmika, forgetfulness of true identity. So what is our true identity? We all belong to absolute truth. We all belong to Krishna. We are all part and parcel of Krishna only. So we should follow Krishna's instruction. We should follow Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. We should never forget Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is the originator of everything. So if you forget your mother and father, those who are originator of your life, we should not forget our mother and father. Okay, why? Because they have given us life. Similarly, Krishna is the supreme mother and father. Krishna is the supreme father. He is the father of entire living being. You may be father and mother. You may have one or two child. Likewise, similarly, Krishna had the entire universe as children. Okay, so sometimes we are not able to take care of our own child. So you can think how Krishna is looking after each and everything, each and every living entity. Not even only human being, animal, beast, everything, because every living entity has got life. So that life is Krishna. So Krishna is residing in the heart in the form of super soul. So soul is protected by super soul. If in body super soul is not there, it is a dead body. One cannot survive without super soul. Soul cannot live without super soul. Okay, so deluded by modes. Results of delusion: one forgets Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is beyond the modes. So Krishna is the creator of three modes. If you are Bhakta of Krishna, you can easily cross beyond these three modes. Why? Because Krishna is independent of these three modes. So everything has created by Krishna, but Krishna is independent. they do not understand that behind material nature is supreme personality of Godhead. So Krishna is the cause of this material nature. Because of Krishna only this Prakriti was begetted. So Prakriti begets by Krishna, by the mercy of Krishna. So Prakriti is like wife of Krishna. So Krishna impregnates Prakriti and then Prakriti gives everything. Okay? Krishna, Prakriti gives children as a children. As a, all the entire harvesting and all everything is created by Prakriti. But the origin is Krishna. Prakriti begets by Krishna. Deluded by modes means to identify oneself with a particular type of body and its type of psychological and biological activities, varna, nation or community. Okay, one can say I am Indian, one can say I am foreigner, I belong to America, New York, Australian, so and so city. This is the name and identity. It doesn't have anything. Every living entity is part and parcel of Krishna. It's not those who are living in India, they are part and parcel of Krishna, and those who are living in somewhere in America, Australia, some other country, they are not part and parcel of Krishna. No. The entire universe belongs to Krishna. When Krishna creates, he doesn't create like I am creating Bharata separately. No. Krishna creates the entire universe. How modes of goodness deludes? Limits understanding of absolute to be impersonal Brahman conception. So those who are in goodness, they are also not able to understand Krishna because they have some limited knowledge. But if they do bhakti, dadami buddhi yogam tam, Krishna gives intelligence so that you can understand Krishna. So, it conditions one by happiness and knowledge. So, goodness is also a problem. If you have intelligence, okay, by bookish knowledge, you have materially opulent, you have wealth, you have bangla, you have gadi, everything. So, you will think that why should I go to temple? Why should I worship Krishna? So these although you are in goodness, but because of that limited knowledge, you cannot progress in bhakti. So that is the cause of your downfall. One day will become this region of downfall. So it conditions one by happiness and knowledge. Okay, so this is all about 7.13. So we have seen today 5 year verses. So we'll stop over here. If you have any question, you can ask. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल. Okay, no question. So we'll stop over here. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. हरे कृष्णा.